Hello, welcome to another Mamemeister 10-minute mashup. Tonight's game I'm going to be playing Zalaga on the BBC, or to my European friends, the Acorn BBC. It's on a BBC Model B computer. Don't actually have an emulator for this, so I'm actually having to play on some real hardware, which you can see down here. One BBC Model B. Lovely machine. Always wanted one for a long time. When I first used one at school, I did my when I did my computer O grade. Anyway, listen, yep, this is Zalaga by Aardvark. It's by Orlando, who was one of the, I wouldn't say infamous, he was one of the famous BBC programmers. He did quite a few programmes for the BBC, including Frack, which is worth looking out. It's really nice. He played the part of a caveman. Yeah, so anyway, that's this is real hardware. So you'll probably have to excuse a lack of loud volume. Now the funny thing is, the BBC has an inbuilt-in speaker, but you can't seem to adjust the volume. Now the particular model that I've got is bloody loud, to the point that I couldn't use it at night time. If my wife was in her bed sleeping, I just couldn't use it because it was so loud and you can't adjust the volume. So what I've actually had to do is sellotape cardboard and paper over the speaker to try and muffle the sound a wee bit. So it's still pretty loud at night time, but you might not be able to hear it properly in this video. But anyway guys, this is it. Now one odd thing I've noticed, the BBC comes with some of the worst, if I'm going to start playing the game I can waffle. Yep, the BBC comes with, sorry, it doesn't come with the joysticks for the BBC are bloody awful. They're kind of like almost analogue, but they don't self-centre, which makes using them for 99% of digital games, arcade games like this, a total nightmare. Now lucky enough, I was able to, when I bought this BBC on eBay, I actually got given this little, what looks like a kind of homemade joystick device, which is actually perfect. It means that I can use a normal digital joystick like this. You can see it. I can use one of these plugged in. So yeah, it's really good. But the only strange thing is, I noticed this particular game, left is right and right is left, so I'm actually having to hold the joystick upside down to use it. But anyway, yeah, this is Zalaga. I remember at the time, excuse me while I type my name, ours doesn't matter. I remember at the time seeing a review of this in Computer Video Games, and it got really good reviews because it was so much like the arcade. And yeah, it looks really nice. It's a bit, if this was an emulator I was running, I'd actually say I was running it probably quicker than 100%, but this is running on proper hardware, so this is almost the speed of it. It is pretty quick. It's probably slightly faster than the actual Galaga plays in the arcade. It's just very quick, really nice and colourful, lovely sounds. Whoa! What's interesting, if you look closely, I don't know how these are actually showed up on the TV. In fact, apologies about the video recording, because the sort of setup of my games room, when I'm playing real hardware on my big TV, the camera is too close to the telly, so I'm actually having to kind of put it to slightly at an angle. So apologies about that. But I just thought it'd be nice to show some other software. I must admit, I'm quite aware of playing too many Spectrum and Commodore 64 games. I mean, when I first started doing these mashups, this looks silly fast, isn't it? You'd almost think it was running, I don't know, way quicker. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to switch this off and switch it back on again. Now you'll notice when I boot up to BBC, I've got a lovely menu. Bye-bye. And I can just pick what game I want, so it's really nice. I mean, I've got some original hard disk drives and that kind of thing, but this is an SD adapter thing which I've got, which is just cracking. Okay, for Zalaga. return. Press spacebar. No, there doesn't appear to be any levels as such, so no. So it's J for joystick. And here we go. It's still playing upside down, oddly, back to front. No, it's still playing really quick, but that's obviously the speed it's designed to play. But yeah, this game got really good reviews in CNVG, and you know, bear in mind this came out, what, I don't know, 1982, 1983. This is a really good version. Really nicely bright, well defined sprites. You'll notice the little yellow guy, not yellow guys, the little red guys at the top strangely look like Bomberman, not Bomberman, Bombjack. Just noticed that there just now. Yeah, this is pretty close to the original. If you shoot the big guys at the top when they're coming down with their sort of tractor beams, and if you go underneath the tractor beam, it then captures your spaceship, and if you then shoot him when he's coming down with you on top of his head, you then get a double ship. Hope this is turning out okay. No, hang on, I better pay attention to the game. Let's try and get to the second level. I'm actually not bad at these games, but you know what, when I can't really, when I'm talking like that, I can't actually, when I'm talking I can't play. But yeah, this is pretty hard. It might help if I had a joystick, if I could hold the joystick up the right way. Aye, what was I saying? Yeah, I'm conscious I tend to kind of concentrate on sort of Commodore 64, Spectrum, Amiga games, and when I first started up doing the mashups, the whole point of it was to play rubbish games. Ah, right, okay. This game differs slightly. When he captures you and you shoot him, you instantly get the ship, whereas on the other, when on the arcade version, he takes it up to the top of the screen and you've got to wait for him to kind of dive bomb you, and then you need to shoot him when he's on his way down. But this one, it just seems to instantly appear. Hope you can hear the sound in this. Whoa! Yeah, so like I was saying, man, I want to try and keep a good variety of games. I know a lot of people probably like they like to kind of watch games getting played that they've played themselves. Like, I don't know, you know, Spectrum. Obviously, 99% of you will probably have had Spectrum, Commodore 64s. But I was playing a lot of like the kind of laser disc type things. I think I'll need to make a point of going back and playing some of these. I mean, I can obviously see the views that my videos are getting, and some of the more obscure ones, they've got pretty low views. But you know what, I don't want to, I mean, there's a lot of people out there playing the popular games, your Chase HQs and the Spectrum and that kind of stuff, and I would prefer to try and remain a wee bit different. I always set out this channel to play rubbish games, and that's what I try to do. Although I have been playing, you know, playing some good games as well. It's always nice to show people some good games that they may have not actually heard of. Let's go one more shot. Return. But yeah, if you like the old machines, the 8-bit machines, I suggest you pick up a BBC Micro. They're really, really nice machines. I mean, back in the day, 99% of people just couldn't afford them. They were something like £400 to buy. But you know what, it's got some cracking games. I mean, for Elite alone, Elite is easily, that's the best version. But it's a big bugger, it's a big bugger of a computer. And obviously there's a plethora of peripherals you can pick up for it as well. But I says that thing that I've got, I bought it on eBay. It cost me something like 30 quid, and basically it comes with a little ribbon cable with an SD card holder thing with an SD card in, and all the games pre-configured. Although it was one of my mates, in fact no, I tell a lie, the menu system was actually built in as well, so it's really, really nice. You know, it just means, I mean, one of the things about the old 8-bit machines is having to load from tapes and that kind of stuff, having the space and having to get a tape recorder, pissing about with volume controls. You've basically got the best of both worlds with these. I mean, I'm using the real hardware, but I'm using modern technology, i.e. SD cards for storage, instant loading, every game under the sun. You know, just there to pick. Absolutely fantastic. So hey, listen guys, that's 10 minutes. Hope you've enjoyed watching this one. This is Zalaga by Aardvark Software, and it's on the Acorn BBC. Thanks for watching.